Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we went for some yellow eyeshadow, which I don't think maybe I have done yellow eyeshadow before, but it was a long time ago. But I got the new Makeup Geek pigments and I wanted to do something with them. I'm going to do more because I only use like 2 colours, but they're pretty amazing. But I'm going to do more because look at these shades. Like, yes, this purple. Anyway, so this is the look I decided to do today. We went for some yellows and oranges. Extra glowy skin. So if you want to see how I get this whole look, then please keep watching. I'm going to use the Gleam by Melanie Mills in Rose Gold, just for a little face glow before I do my makeup. So you can see it gives you that nice glowy look to the skin. I know the smell of it, or it reminds me of like a time, but I can't remember. But I know it was a good time, you know? But it reminds me of that, whatever that good time was. For my foundation, I'm using the Born This Way foundation. This is in the shade Nude. I had a question recently about like where or how far up to put your foundation to your eyes and your concealer and that, because I usually kind of speed through this bit because I didn't think people cared about this bit. But obviously some of you do. So I will just explain how, where and why I do my foundation. So what I do with my foundation is I'll just put it all over. So what I do is I'll do like the main bits of foundation, like around my cheeks, around my forehead, and whatever's left on the brush I just kind of like dust it in around the eyes. Like so. So it's not really, like not a real heavy layer up around here. And you don't even have to go up as far as here. You can leave all this blank because you're going to be putting your concealer on over it. So you can see here, it's not like underneath my eyes. You can still see my skin underneath here, but it's just lightly kind of blended in, so it's not like a big line here. If you left like a big line here of foundation and then you put your concealer, it's just going to be way harder to blend it all through and keep it all nice and seamless. So if you can just like blend any edges around like so. With my concealer, what I do is I like to make like little triangles. And then I just slightly go down the nose here just to kind of like that. For me helps kind of like contour it lightly without having to actually contour it. So I make like a little triangle shape and I bring it up here past the eye, because this, you want this all nice and light because that's going to be where you put your highlight. So see there, now you have your little triangle. So I like to just lightly kind of press and pull rather than like going in and like rubbing it too much. It moves it around. So if you kind of like press it into the skin, you're still going to keep the coverage and it's still going to blend in. Then just go right up underneath the lash line. And sometimes what I do is go back in with my foundation brush just along the edges of where the concealer and the foundation will meet. It just helps blend that in a little bit better. And then up around that bit, because you don't want like big lines of highlight. So that is how I do my foundation and my concealer. If you have any other questions, just like let me know in the description or let me know in the comments and I will answer as best I can. And then I also, with my concealer, I like to do a little bit here on the nose. I don't always do it down here, sometimes I do. Today I'm not going, I'm just going to do it like on the tip. I'll do a little bit here. I usually do it kind of down the T-zone. I'll do it here. The reason I do it on the top of the lip, it helps kind of make your lips look a little bit fuller. I usually do my chin too, but I'm not going to today because this little breakout here is still healing, so I don't want to be putting extra stuff on top of it. But usually I would do this area too. So these areas is where like the light is going to hit your face, so your face is just going to look nice and bright and fresh. I'm going to use the Smashbox contour. This is the Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. So it has foundation on one end and contour on the other. But I just really like these contour shades. So we're going to use this one. This is the shade, the foundation is 2.1. So it's the contour that goes with that one. It's just like the perfect shade. Nice and cool. I don't like it too warm. So I'm going to blend this out with a Smith 130 brush. I'm going to try a new powder today to set. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So we're going to give this one a go today. So I'm not going to use a lot of this just in case it's like, I don't know, too dark, or sometimes you use translucent powder and it's not translucent. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to just do under my eyes with this. At least it's not darkening. Sometimes I put like powders on and then all of a sudden underneath my eyes are like way darker. I'm like, yeah, no. At least, ooh, this one actually is really nice. Like, it's not too matte. That's what I like about it. Like, it sets it and it does matte it, but it's not a powdery matte, if that even makes sense. It's like a satin matte, which I like. I hate when my face looks powdery. I'm just going to do my T-zone with this as well. Oh, it's very nice. Oh, I really, really like it. So far, so good. And I'm lightly just going to set my contour with some bronzer, and I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Oh, the smell of this is so good. It actually smells like chocolate. I just did my brows real quick because it's easier for me just to do them off camera. But I have videos on my brows that I will link below if you want to check it out. First colour I'm going to start with is the lid colour, which is something that I usually don't do. But I want this yellow to pop as much as possible on the lid. So that's why I'm going to put this on top of the eye base while it's still tacky, so it's gonna make the yellow stand out as much as possible. This yellow that I'm using is from Makeup Geek and it's called Potential, and it's one of their new powder pigments. I think we can add more yellow again when we're finished blending out the crease colours, but just for the initial base, I thought this would be the best thing to do. For my first crease colour, I'm using this shade from Makeup Geek. It's called Early Bird. So I'm just going to start by blending this in the crease. And this brush I'm using to blend this out with is a Zoeva 228. Once again, I didn't hit record. And I don't know where I didn't hit record from, but it's a good thing I still have this eye to do because I was not about to take this off and do it again. So I'm gonna take the shade Cabin Fever and we're gonna start working this into the outer crease. Can't believe that happened. I honestly don't know how many times I have done that. And then I'm going over the yellow again, just because we lost some of it while we were blending. And I'm bringing it down into the inner corner as well. I'm just going in with a little bit of the orange shade. It's called Dynamic. It's the powder pigment. And just like a tiny tip of this on the brush. And I'm just going into the crease. Just to, I feel like it's just bringing a little bit more of the orangey tones in it. Just adding a little bit more warmth to it. I'm gonna take my Costa Riche pencil from MAC. So it's just like this really nice warm brown tone. And I'm gonna go right underneath the eye with this into the lash line. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a pencil brush. So I'm going to take the shade Early Bird and blend it out. And I'm taking a tiniest amount of this on the tip of my brush and just going in again. So just see, it just kind of adds a little bit more of the orange to it. And again with the yellow, just going into the inner underneath part of the eye. So I'm just going to get my concealer brush and I like to just squish it so it's like a little bit goes into a point. And I'm just going to like pull back the shadow just so that will kind of give it a little bit of that type of a feel to it anyway, you know, like that type of a feline, winged out feel, instead of actually having to do a liner. So I'm just gonna do my mascara, and I'm using the Marc Jacobs mascara today. And the lashes I'm using today are Lilly lashes in the style Ella. I'm just taking my brush stroke liner from MAC and I'm just gonna line the inner corners here just so the lashes blend in with the eyes, because otherwise it's just like there's like a big gap here. So I'm just going to use my liner to fill that out. So back to skin, I'm going to do my blush. I'm going to use a Warm Soul from MAC. So it's just a nice natural blush tone. It has a little bit of highlight to it as well. And for my highlight, I'm going to take Champagne Pop from Becca. So I'll do my cheeks. I'm going to just do it everywhere actually. Like always. So we're going to do lips now. I'm going to just prime using the MAC Lip Primer. It helps keep your lipstick on longer, keep them moisturized, but it also helps when you're using a lip pencil for the pencil just to glide really easy over the lips. So the lip pencil I'm using is Bite Beauty pencil number 12. The lipstick I'm using is the Maybelline Gigi Hadid one, and this is in the shade McCall. I'm going to use the MAC Cosmetics Patrick Star lip gloss. I don't know the name of it because I can't see it right now, but I'll figure it out and put it in the description box. So this is the finished look. I really like how it came out. I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. I really like this yellow. I really like it. I'm definitely going to use this more. I think it'd be so nice like in the crease as a transition shade to like blow everything out. So I'll definitely use it more so you can see different ways onto how to use it. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.